Thanks for tuning in today. It's nice to see you back. Today, Answers About Alzheimer's is tackling a very tough topic. No one likes getting to this point in their caregiving journey. Fewer and much harder choices. The realization that things are coming to an end. This may be the hardest decision of your lifetime. The decision of putting your loved one into the hands of someone else and putting them into the care of a nursing home or a memory care unit. Many moons ago, you may have made a promise to your mom or your dad or your spouse. You may have promised them that you would never move them into a nursing home. You may have promised that you would quit your job and stay at home 24/7 to take care of your loved one. Those are promises we should never be making. Those are promises that are bound to be broken. It's tough to go back on our word. It's tough to feel like we're letting someone down. But the truth is, we don't know what we don't know. It's unfortunate that so many of us have made these promises only to have to go back on our word. A lot may have changed since we made those commitments. When we start considering having to place someone into a care setting, there are some things that we need to take into consideration. What is best for the individual? What is best for the caregiver? And what is best for the surviving spouse, if there is one? So, what is best for the individual? Are they able to remain safely at home? Do they have the proper support? Will they accept support? Are they happy and healthy? Do they have the appropriate funds or income to pay for care services? Has this person been asked what they feel about the situation? Have they been included in the conversation? What is best for the main caregiver? Is the main caregiver happy and healthy? Are they willing and able to continue caring for the person? Do they have the support that they need? What is best for the spouse of the person that we're considering moving? Are they able to live independently? Will they be able to visit their spouse whenever they want? If they want their spouse to stay at home, are they able to continue to take care of that spouse either independently or with some help? And is that an affordable option? There is so much to consider. I have been in this field for almost 2 decades. I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. Oh boy, have I seen ugly. It really boils down to 3 things. What does the individual want? What are their wishes? Can the person afford to stay at home? And are they going to be safe at home? After those questions have been answered, then we can start moving forward. The number one reason why we would have to move someone into a nursing home or a care setting would be for safety. Now, one thing I hear a lot from social workers or from home care nurses is that people need to move out of their home and into a nursing home because they are frequently falling. I have a big problem with that. First of all, most falls happen in nursing homes. That's just a statistic, and you can't argue with numbers. So when we're considering the reasons why we're going to move someone into a nursing home, we have to make sure that the move is actually creating a solution to a problem. So if the problem is still going to exist, whether they're at home or in a nursing home, to me, that's not a deciding factor in why someone should move. So, if the argument is that the person needs to move because they're having frequent falls, moving them into another room or another setting is not going to prevent them from falling or change that situation. The argument might be, however, if the person falls at home, is the spouse or the care providers able to help lift them up? Are they strong enough to lift them? Or do they have neighbors that can come and help, right? They're not going to get stronger if they move. they're not going to have more consistent care. In fact, they may have less one-on-one time or attention in a care setting. So again, let's make sure that if we're going to move someone because of a particular reason or a particular problem, that reason or problem is going to be solved with a move. Another safety concern for someone with Alzheimer's or dementia would be wandering. Again, if your person with dementia is wandering, this is a huge safety concern, especially if precautionary measures have already been taken, like bed alarms, door alarms, GPS wandering devices, and the person is still able to exit. This is a very, very dangerous situation, especially if you live in climates in extreme heat or cold, if you live near water or cliffs, if you live in a high traffic area, and also if the person has access to a car. And just so you know, usually in wandering cases, nursing homes don't want these individuals. They are considered very high maintenance, high liability, and they just don't have the staff. This person would have to go to a locked care setting such as a memory care unit. Another safety issue to consider is, would your loved one be able to exit the home independently under an emergency situation? Would they even recognize that such an emergency was taking place? For instance, if there was a fire, would they recognize that that was a dangerous situation? Would they be able to call 911? Would they be able to tell the operator their address or their location? When it becomes questionable whether or not the person with dementia would be able to get out of the home independently under the circumstances of an emergency, it's time for 24-hour supervision. No question. Whether that's a home or within a community care setting. So that's the first sign that your loved one may be needing to move to a nursing home or a memory care facility. The next sign is lack of personal hygiene, or your loved one is no longer able to take care of their personal needs. This can get really tough when a spouse or a family member is attempting to assist with bathing and toileting. Back when we made these promises, we may not have really thought about all of these details and how difficult it may be to clean someone up after having a horrible bowel movement while they're bedridden. Did we really think this through? Is the caregiver physically able to help in these types of situations? Do they have a bad back and shouldn't be lifting or pulling? Is the daughter 115 pounds and dad is 6 feet tall and weighs 220? Did we think about the gloves and the smell and the wiping, rashes and laundry? Are we able to physically and mentally handle the job? Some jobs are not for everyone. We shouldn't be ashamed to say that we're in over our heads and that we need help, or that it's time to move our loved one to a nursing home. We should be able to say it out loud that we either can't or don't want to do it anymore. It's okay to not want to be a caregiver. There should be no guilt or shame in that. The third reason or sign that your loved one may be needing a nursing home care is the stress of the caregiver. The stress of the caregiver can also play a role in the care of the individual that they're caring for. This could take on a number of different views. The caregiver could just be dissatisfied that they feel that they have been forced or pushed into a role that they didn't want to be in, and therefore not provide the best care for the individual. They may be physically or mentally not able to carry out the tasks needed from a caregiver. And they could also be intentionally or unintentionally neglectful of the person with dementia. In these situations, it's also a safety issue, and it would probably be more beneficial for the person to move to a nursing home. Another very common problem concerning caregiver stress is that the main caregiver will often put their own needs aside while taking care of someone else. This main caregiver's health deteriorates, and in many cases, they can end up hospitalized or even pass away before the person that they're caring for. Caregivers often suffer from severe anxiety and depression and exhaustion, making it nearly impossible to create a safe and healthy environment for the person that they're trying to take care of. When you're considering placement in a nursing home, it's time to be realistic. Set boundaries. Consider your self-care needs and make that a priority. You have to be a priority too. Can you keep going at the pace you are right now? What would your loved one want for you? What would they want? Would they want your health to suffer because of them? You are not alone. Like so many others, you struggle with these tough decisions. Reach out to family, friends, social workers, mental health providers, and community resources. Join our Facebook group. No one is in your exact situation. You've got to decide what is best for you and your loved one. And you do not have to explain that decision to anyone. Tell them I said so. Comment below and let me know what else I can help you with. I'm here, and together we can. I know that you're here because you want more education about Alzheimer's and dementia, and I know that people like you tend to like to help others, and the best way that you can help other people to access this type of fantastic information is by subscribing and making comments, because I don't know if you know this, but YouTube, they have these things called algorithms, and how that works is the more that people watch, the more that they subscribe, and the more that they comment, the more YouTube will help me push my videos out to other people. So you can actually help other people to get these resources just by clicking that subscribe, leaving me a comment, and watching. So I appreciate it, and so do so many other people. Thank you for your efforts.
Do you avoid going to visit because it's just going to end up in an argument and hurt feelings? I can easily show you how to end the horrible fighting and get your person with dementia to cooperate. How would that feel? I'll take you by the hand and guide you to a place that you never dreamed possible. It all begins with a simple call with a dementia coach where we will explain how we can help you end the suffering. And the best part is, it comes with a money-back guarantee. So don't put this off another minute. Book your life-saving call now at our website, answersaboutALZ.org.